I actually have been homeschooling for almost 2 decades now. I was a public school teacher, and I saw a disconnect as I taught year after year. I would see that there would be students that were passing along, but they weren't getting the basics of a good education, even though the teacher that they were under would be a stellar teacher. And so I started seeing that there was kind of some gray areas in education. And so when we had our family, I wanted to be sure that my children got a good foundation. And I felt very pressed upon by the Holy Spirit that I needed to really take my children's, not only their education, but their character development, their social situation, just every facet of who they were as a human being, that I was responsible for that. And so I started kind of playing a game with the Lord where I would say, okay, I can homeschool through 5th grade and then we'll transition in. So then I got to 5th grade and I was like, okay, Lord, well, I'll homeschool through 8th grade. Middle school's really hard and I'll homeschool that far. But then after that, I cannot teach high school. They're going to have to go in. And then at the end of middle school, we actually moved from Georgia to Iowa. And so we just kept going with homeschool then. And all of the things that I was fearful of, like I wouldn't remember the content for high school, or I wouldn't be able to help them, they just were unfounded. Not because I'm brilliant, but because there's a lot of resource material out there to help you in high school. And so I was able, with the Lord's help, to be able to complete the first set of high school. And man, once you have that kid go into college and they're accepted and then they begin to excel, you realize the Lord really did it all along. It wasn't based on me, but yeah, it became a marathon instead of a sprint. The simple fact that I was able to see one to graduation was a big milestone for me. And so I don't think that I'm making deals with the Lord anymore. That has changed. I know that I have 9 more years to teach, and where at the beginning, where it was going to be 25 years to teach, I could not fathom doing that or having success in making it. Now I'm getting to the end and not knowing what life's gonna look like without it. I've enjoyed it. It's grown me. It's been challenging. It's been a valuable and rewarding life work. Parenting is so short. When you bring your first baby home, everybody tells you that. And when you've got 3, 4, 5 babies, you don't believe it. You think it's going to last forever, but it really doesn't. And so I think now that I'm I'm not at the finish line. I still have some time to go. But understanding how incredibly fast this process is, I don't have any regrets. I didn't give the time away to anybody else. I seized the time. I did the best that the Lord allowed me to do, and I was faithful to that. And so I feel like as parents, as educators, when we do that, then we can trust God with the rest.
I love you, Mommy.
I love you too.